So I don't usually necessarily feel like I need to put much of a content warning on a lot of things that I say, but this is going to be a video dealing with some pretty transphobic people and some really, really aggressive, mean, violent, hateful language. It's really, really, really gross, but I think it's something that really needs to be talked about. Anti-transgender activist quoted by BBC calls for trans women to be lynched. This is through Newsweek. I've just been investigating this, and I'm a little shook. So if this recording seems a little bit less polished than usual, it's because this actually really bothers me. An anti-transgender activist recently quoted in a controversial BBC article posted online advocating for violence against transgender women and called for them to be lynched. Now, I just read the BBC article. There is a argument being made that there are societal pressures from either trans people or trans activists to get people who would otherwise not be sexually interested in them to do it anyway, which obviously would be coercion, and you could even make the argument of upwards towards like a type of sexual assault. Now, this is very, very laughable if you ask me, in my opinion. The BBC article in itself, it had to dig up a Riley J. Dennis video that has been deleted for years, that was published like 5 years ago, saying that if you might not be interested in dating a trans person, that you are pretty transphobic, that's not good. And some people could see that as some way of using societal pressure to try and push people into that. Here's the thing. Before we continue on to this video, I need to make this point. If you are somebody who are not interested in engaging in a sexual relationship with a trans person, they probably don't want to have a sexual relationship with you either. That's probably exactly how that's going to fucking work. 1-to-1. Like, I'm not into that. Well, they probably wouldn't want to have sex with you either. Because the thing is, we have this very tense and uncomfortable situation in which people who are still trying to get accustomed to and comfortable with the idea of transgenderism being widely accepted in our world, they have like these paranoid worries, like, well, how do I know if the person that I'm hooking up with is this gender or that gender? Well, a trans person has no idea if they're hooking up with somebody who is a transphobe and who might actually hate them and judge them for who they are. So, like, there are so many layers to this, and as soon as you kind of, like, broaden your mind and your heart into thinking about it, you start to realize that these are not, like, very, very simple directional tactics, nor is this not a massively complex and nuanced situation. The one thing that I always try and advocate for is try and follow your heart and utilize compassion and empathy when you're discussing these types of things. That's what you have to do. That's what it means to be a good person in this instance. Lily Cade, a lesbian porn star who apologized amid a series of sexual assault allegations in 2017, was featured in a controversial BBC article that claims trans women pressure lesbians into sex. I did look that up a little bit too. Lily Cade apparently is a bit of a sex pest. She would run around and grope other women and try and push them into having openly public sex with them, touching them, trying to disrobe them, all while people are around, maybe taking pictures, that sort of thing. Basically, she was the lesbian Ron Jeremy, which, yeah, that's a whole nother bag of controversial shit. In a post on her website called Where Are These Children's Mothers, Cade categorized trans women as a vile, weak, disgusting, whiny, fake victim and supported acts of violence against them. Now, her website is since taken down, but there are some screen captures that I wanted to explore here. Trans women are men, trans women are evil, trans women are rapists, trans women are predators. All of these are untrue. Trans women are women. People can be evil. Anybody. And writing the kind of shit that's in this is pretty fucking evil, if you ask me. Also, trying to lay some sort of, like, vile, like they are this, when you yourself, Lily Cade, are an actual expression of that. You are a sex pest. You are effectively a sexual assaulter. You've admitted it. You are a predator of women. So this is a lot of projection. This is fucked up. Yeah, this is yeah, yikes on trikes, man. This is really shitty. The They threatened suicide and he rolled over. This is really, this bothers the shit out of me. Oh my god. There is but one noble response to a man who tries to use the threat of violence against himself to manipulate a woman's emotions. Fucking do it then. That's cool. Just encouraging suicide. Yeah, that's grotesque. It's done by men who hate women more than any other men who have ever walked the earth. Worst men that ever existed. This is the most turfy, transphobic extremism I've ever heard. Like, this is insane. This is absolutely disgusting. They twisted the minds of your people so badly with annoying, ugly, stupid language that your children are mutilating their bodies to please them. You fucking bitch. This people understand attention. Attention is the currency of our horrifying society. You sold them out for the smartphone, blah, 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 blah. Now, the really, really crazy one. Oh, yeah, and also apparently she admitted to voter fraud. I committed voter fraud for Joe Biden because I didn't want to watch that shit-filled sack of shit where once stood a man shit all over himself in public every day. Wow. Okay, and now she hates Joe Biden because he put a trans person in charge of Health and Human Services. I didn't even know that was true. Is that true, chat? Is it? Do we have actually a trans person in charge of Health and Human Services? I mean, based. Cool. Right on. Yeah, no, it's cruelty. All of this is just absolute cruelty. Absolutely cruel. So, yeah. Oh, we do. Yeah, hey, based. Awesome. Cool. I don't know. I don't pay attention to cabinet positions very much. Cancel this so hard that no man dare walk the path of trans women in public ever again. Enough is enough. Lynch Caitlyn Jenner. Lynch the sisters Wachowski. Lynch Laurel Hubbard. Lynch Fallon Fox. The Post read. Cool. Calling for the death of just human beings, you know. But the thing is, and that's really what it comes down to when it comes to extremism like this, incredibly violent, turfy, or alt-right, or really any kind of extremism, whether it's political or ideological. The entire point is to dehumanize so that you can normalize the idea of calling for violence against them. That's what it's about. That's how it works. Cade continue to argue that trans women are not really women, blah, blah, blah. Can't really take down Lily Cade. She's already dead. I'm the bullet bitch. If you let me be. Who else has the balls, the brains, the voice, the pitiless eyes to fight these mothers? I'm a fucking soldier. You ready? I'm ready. I'm ready for you to get investigated by the FBI. The only transgender person she respects is Buck Angel because she knows she made a horrifying mistake, called for trans women to die by suicide, likened them to Satan, and implied gay marriage was a mistake. Why would you imply gay marriage was a mistake when you are a lesbian? I don't... Since the BBC published this article on October 26th, it faced huge backlash for the piece. I really haven't objectively looked at it necessarily. Many people have called it transphobic and dangerous. I think, if anything, it's important to... Okay. If anything, I think it's very important that the BBC analyze this and kind of look at how they need to approach this better in the future, because this is a pretty clear example. So what I'm assuming happened, and from what I've been able to infer, did I use infer right that time? I used to have a problem with that. What I've been able to infer from this was after the BBC article, she got a ton of backlash on social media, and that's what made her just kind of snap and post her like violent manifesto. I'm assuming that's what happened. And BBC lost your respect for publishing that article? Well, I mean, look, BBC has plenty of problems. I've had quite a few with them over the years. Article is primarily based on experiences of anonymous lesbians who claim they've been threatened, shamed, into having sex with transgender women. and this might be like kind of a hot take and whatnot, but whether you are a man or a woman, whether you were born that or the other, or you are non-binary or whatever, doesn't necessarily mean that you're a good person. There are going to be bad people on all walks of spectrum of expression. So, I mean, is it bound to happen? Yeah, sure. And fuck those people when it happens, but not for who they are, but what they do. I don't know why that can't be how people focus on it. Probably because people are mean, vicious, shitty creatures. It lists a number of fucking TERF groups. Pro-transgender watchdog group condemned the article. Either BBC have failed to do due diligence on the story, or the team producing the story have knowingly colluded in disinformation campaign targeted at trans people. Irresponsible reporting like this is dangerous. It significantly and adversely impacts trans people's day-to-day lives. Well, and here's the rub. If that's a story that they decide to go with, I think it behooves them to get a very, very specific degree of counter opinions. And when I read the BBC article, it seemed like it really did not. If you want to have as unbiased of a article written about this, you need to have your opinions from both these people that you wrote the article about versus these groups that research these types of allegations, and they maybe even have some statistical data thrown in too. It was really kind of a shitty article. BBC defended the article and told LGBTQ media outlet Pink News that the topic is a complex subject. Yes, I don't think he did it very well. It is important that journalism looks at issues even where there are strongly held positions, the BBC said, defending the article. The BBC is here to ensure debate and to make sure a wide range of voices are heard. And sure, that's what they're there to do. I don't think that they necessarily did the best job of it. I'm not really going to condemn the BBC article overwhelmingly so, but I am going to take the opportunity to say trans fucking rights, man. And people like Lily Cade are grotesque. I wish I had a picture. Do I have a picture of her? Yeah. Lily Cade can kiss my fucking ass. What a vile person.